Kanċillier il-Professur David Attart, Proretturi il-Professur Joseph Cacciattolo u l-Professur Frank Bezzina, Sinjuri, huwa ta' sodisfazzjon kbir għall-Università ta' Malta li nilqawkom għal din iċ-ċerimonja ta' gradwazzjoni. Is-16 waħda minn sensiela ta' 18 il-ċerimonja ta' gradwazzjoni fil-livell postgraduate. F'din is-sezzjoni ta' gradwazzjonijiet għas-snin 2022-2023 ninfurmawkom li ser jiggradwaw aktar minn 1500 student. Fosthom hemm 54 dottorat, li minnhom 44 huma dottorati ta' riċerka fuq oqsma varji. Nibdew iċ-ċerimonja billi nistieden lill-Professur Johin Briffa mill-Fakultà tat-Teknoloġija tal-Informazzjoni u l-Komunikazzjoni.
Dear Chancellor, Rector, Pro-Rectors, members of the academic body, academic registrar, administrative members of staff, distinguished guests, parents, graduates. I'm honored to be here today addressing my university colleagues and especially you, graduates, on the occasion of the award of your master's degree. Truth be told, I was uncertain what to say to you. So much that I avoided writing the speech for the longest time possible. I cast my thoughts back to my own graduation ceremonies, the last of which was almost 2 decades ago, and I realized that I could not even remember who gave the oration, let alone what they said. So with a little less pressure to make this memorable, I threw away my first draft and rewrote the whole thing, focusing on a few thoughts that I hope will resonate with your own experiences. First of all, it is very encouraging to see so many students graduating in ICT, entrepreneurship, and Mediterranean studies. And yet, I can only wish that the numbers were much higher. I can say that certainly for ICT, and likely also for entrepreneurship or Mediterranean studies, there is a clear need for graduates with skills at master's level in industry. I am told that many in industry are finding it challenging to fill posts that require such skills. And indeed, even at university, we have felt this. The market is definitely in your favor, and I hope you will encourage your friends and former classmates to do what you have already done and pursue a graduate education. Graduates, the fact that you are here testifies that you are no stranger to hard work. You shall soon be awarded a master's degree, and this is not something that one can simply be entitled to receive. You have studied, you have worked on assignments, prepared for examinations, you have probably spent more time than you anticipated on your final project. You have been tested, and you have not been found wanting. You deserve this, and you should be proud of your achievement. There will be times ahead when you are faced with challenges that seem insurmountable, problems that will appear to be too difficult to tackle. Remember this day when that time comes, and remind yourself that you have already done something that seemed too difficult at first. Your work also represents growth, both for the university and for the nation, as we have moved from a largely undergraduate student body to increasing numbers of master and PhD students, as well as postdoctoral researchers working on funded projects. Let this knowledge give you confidence. At the same time, I want you to realize that what you have achieved here is only a first step along the way. There will always be people who know more than you, who have more extensive experience in the subject. Unlikely as it may seem to you at this point, perhaps some of you will return for doctoral studies, maybe even a postdoc after that, leading to a research degree, to a research career. But no matter how much you study, there will always be more to learn. But don't let this discourage you, for this reality also applies to everybody else. and you are already one step ahead from your peers. All you need to do now is simply to recognize that learning is a lifelong process. However, there is a risk with such long-term goals. It is too easy to leave things for tomorrow. But the reality is that every day we do that is a day wasted. And unfortunately, we only have a finite amount of those. Let me impress upon you the significance of this. I am certain that there are some in this audience who have come face to face with death. Perhaps an incident with a motor vehicle, or a close call while practicing some dangerous sport. These incidents can teach us a few important lessons. The first of these, of course, is that some mistakes have consequences that are so serious that we cannot afford to make them. Diligently following an established protocol helps in this respect. They also teach us that life is short, and therefore that today is a good day to start working on that ambitious project, to learn something new, or simply to spend time with your loved ones. In the end, if you really care about something, you need to find time to make it happen. Do not delay until you fail by default. Now, if you're going to dedicate yourself to a particular topic, it should be rather obvious that this needs to be something that you feel strongly about. Anything less than sincere enthusiasm is sure to land you into difficulties later. If you find that your heart is not really in it, this just means that you have not really found your path yet. Do not despair. Just keep looking for alternative opportunities. It may take some time, and this is absolutely okay. While in the moment it might seem like a waste of time, or that you're falling behind, that is not a helpful way to look at the situation. The exercise is of sufficient importance that it is worth the time it takes to do it properly. You will eventually find that the only real challenge is simply that no one else can tell you what to do. Indeed, people have argued that it is unethical to give such advice, even if this is well meant. It is up to you to find your own path and to have the courage to follow it. You are lucky enough to live in a time of greater opportunity than that of the past. Make the most of it, and in any case, do not settle. For a final thought, I will share a short anecdote from my own research career. About a decade ago, in the UK, I joined a number of researchers for a funding event which was about the use of mathematical modeling in life and social sciences. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I was curious and I jumped in wholeheartedly. That curiosity led to a couple of small funded projects and collaborations in areas as diverse as remote sensing and neuropsychology, areas which I would have never considered on my own. It is a common perception that exploration is the domain of the young, with people becoming more set in their ways as they grow older. Indeed, research studies have shown a negative association between curiosity and age. However, it does not have to be this way. Stay curious and remain open to new possibilities. Meanwhile, my congratulations on obtaining your master's degree.
Nistidnukom issa tisimgħu l-indirizz tar-rappreżentant tal-gradwati, is-Sinjur Michele Laferla, mill-Fakultà tat-Teknoloġija tal-Informazzjoni u l-Komunikazzjoni.
Earlier this month, this alma mater conferred the degree of Doctor of Literature to Judge Giovanni Bonello, a distinguished judge who fought to promote human rights throughout his career and is a former judge of the European Court of Human Rights. During this address at this same beautiful church, Judge Bonello mentioned his at times problematic relationship with this university. How his first LLD thesis was not accepted by his examiners back in 1956, one of whom, coincidentally, was Dr. Tancredi Gruder, my granduncle. Throughout his address, which I was listening to from the comfort of my home, thanks to social media, I felt a tiny connection with Judge Bonello, a connection that I found relatable to the address I prepared for this occasion. One which I am sure we all felt throughout our course, one way or another, that feeling of failure, of not being enough. We will fail if this is a mantra that we have been told by many people around us throughout our lives. We have heard parents, friends, lecturers, and a countless list of people repeating this mantra so many times. Coincidentally, they repeated these words to ensure the opposite, that we do not fail. And our presence here today is a living proof that we did not fail. Let me tell you a short story. I would have failed myself if when back in 2019, just 2 months after getting married, I had not listened to my wife's encouragement to embark on a master's course with this university, even though we had just started living married life together. I would have failed if I had given up on pursuing my master's degree because due to many changes in the Ministry of Education in 2019 and 2020, the scholarship which I had wanted to cover the course cost had delayed in covering said costs. I would have failed if I did not push myself to do my very best and pursue my research, even though most of it was done during multiple COVID-19 lockdowns, so all meetings had to be shifted online, with very little face-to-face interaction. I would have failed if after all the hours put in my research, I was going to give up in the last minute because I was asked by the Board of Examiners to undertake major changes to my work, which prolonged the studies for over a year. Most of all, I would have failed if I had not taken part in a Consil Nazzjonali taż-Żgħażagħ, the National Youth Council initiative, to form part of a board which proposed practical applications on artificial intelligence in the local community. Proposals which were in line with the European Commission, with what the European Commission was writing at the same time. I also would have failed had I not been part of a student panel which discussed the importance of AI in the health sector, a subject which is very much close to heart. This is my story, but it is also the story of most of us graduating here today. We had our hurdles to jump, our mistakes to learn from, our moments of truth. And if we gave up back then, we would not be here today. Those days where we felt at our lowest are the moments that made us who we are today. They have improved our critical thinking, honed our development path, and taught us that the best path is not always the easiest one. Today we are better, stronger, more resilient, and prepared for what life throws at us. Because life is not always good to us. It can mistreat us, demoralize us, damage our reputation, and break us into pieces. But as long as we are ready to get back up and fight back, we will not fail. Most of all, let us remember to thank and express our appreciation to those people who, in their own way, encouraged us to get back up and keep going. I remember in my second oral examination, I nearly burst into tears, happy tears, because the things I learned in those months and the experience I achieved would not have been possible had my research been accepted the first time around. So yes, failing the first time does not mean much if we get up and fight back to succeed. Therefore, in life, change the mantra from "I would have failed" to "I would succeed." A colleague and close friend of mine always encourages me to think positive after all. So think about and plan your successes, not your failures. I wish to conclude with this thought. We would all succeed if we learn from our failures and move on. Enjoy this moment because you all deserve it, but do not forget about the path which got you here. We would all fail otherwise.
Loti ta' grad ta' master fil-Fakultà ta' Teknoloġija tal-Informazzjoni u l-Komunikazzjoni. Master of Science. Preklarissimi kandidati. Plaquit autoritatibus universitati moderande. Prefectes dignos vos declarare. Qui laurea insignibus decoremini. Sponsor, Professor Engineer Carl De Bono.
Tuum in conspectum magnifica rector, aducimus os lectissimos candidatos, omnibus laurea insignibus, more institutosque maiorum a te honestandos, qui a consiliaris et senatoribus uius universitatis dignitissimis presentati. Te mox rogamut ut, tibi attributa potestate, eos magistros renunties, atque in eius modi, censu cooptatus attributosque, nomine atque ethicas.
Axel Kurmi. Axel Kurmi ġie l-ewwel fil-kors bil-qasam tal-istudju tiegħu ikun Computer Science.
Ut itaque Deus, exoratus, vertat bene, nobis attributa autoritate, te magistrum eo iure censeri et esse quo optimo sunt creati ali, edicimus pronunciamus tibique omnibus honoribus, cum laurea conjunctis, fruendi et utendi, facultatem facimus. Cape iam collate tibi dignitatis ornamenta, et quid illa instituto maiorum portendat intellege. Gesta sinc, togam anc, ut norint omnes te in magistrarum collegium allectum esse. Sit tibi liberalis, pilleus ic. Velluti ornamentum laureum, quo donabantur post certamen victores. Quant opere vero, te dignitate adepta, in totius academici cetus, nomine gratulemur, testetur tibi ic nosteram plexus.
In absentia Daniel Camilleri. Artificial Intelligence, Andrea Abela. Dylan Ajus. Julian George Ajus. In absentia, Andrea Salamanos. Janice Balzan. And Marie Camilleri. Roberta Caruana. Robert Kassar Pach. Erin De Battista. In absentia, Erin De Brincat. Ellen Falzon. Lizzie Farrugia. Michele Vittorio Laferla. Zach Clifford McAuliffe. Bernard Mitzi. Christopher Rizzo. Chantel Saliba. Dylan Schembri. Francesca Silvio. Luke Spagnol. Amy Spiteri. Daniel Vella. Computer Information Systems, Francesca Camilleri. Kurt Lee Camilleri. Ian Ketkuti. Eric Anthony Gregg. In absentia, Ryan Hamilton. Matthew Vella. Se nifqu għal ftit minuti bil-loti ta' ċertifikati biex nisimgħu lil koro bil-kanto ensemble. Inkomplu bloti ta' ċertifikati. Information and Communication Technology. Kurt Joseph Abela. Adriana Camilleri. Nathan Galia. Christina Gatz. Matthew Alan Lebrun. Charlton Samut. Gerald Tabone. Telecommunications Engineering, Max Bonavia. Damien De Bono. Master of Science in Human Language Science and Technology. In absentia, Rasul Yasir Dent, Bernardetta Griuce, Maximilian Lucas Gucce, Aditya Kurniwan, Sepideh Mollan Rossi, Yelena Saralik. Master of Science in Information and Communication Technology, Keith Azzopardi. Lalit Mohan Dixit. Waylon Grech. Desanov Polidano. Janika Spiteri. Julian Spiteri. Christian Vella. Aiden Zerafa. Loti tal-grad ta' Master fl-Istitut Mediterranju, Master of Arts, in absenzja Luke Xikluna. Loti tal-grad ta' Master in Knowledge-Based Entrepreneurship fiċ-Ċentru għall-Intreprenditorija u għall-Inkubazzjoni tan-Negozju. Preklarissimi kandidati, Plaquit autoritatibus universitati moderande, prefectes dignos vos declarare, qui lauream senioribus decoremini. Sponsor, Professor Russell Smith.
Tuum inconspectum magnificae rector, aducimus hos lactissimos candidatos, omnibus laureae insignibus, more institutoque maiorum ete honestandos. Qui a consularius et senatoribus huius universitatis dignissimis presentati. Timox rogabant ut, tibi attributa potestate, eos magistros reunitis, atque in eos modi. Censu cooptatus, adscriptosque nominis atque edicas.
Elaine Xkembri. Elaine Xkembri ġiet l-ewwel fil-kors tagħha.
Ut itaque Deus exoratus vertat bene, nobis attributa autoritate, te magistram eo iure censeri, et esse cooptimo sunt creati ali, edicimus et pronunciamus, tibique omnibus honoribus, cum laurea conjunctis, fruendi et utendi facultatem facimus. Cape iam collate tibi dignitatis ornamenta, et quid illo instituto maiorum portendant intellege. Gesta sic togam anc, ut norint omnes te in magistrarum collegium allectam esse. Sit tibi liberalis pilleus hic. Velluti ornamentum laureum, quod donabantur post certamen victores. Quant opere vero, te dignitate adepta, in totius academici cetus, nomine gratulemur, testetur tibi hic nosteram plexus.
Wayne Kutayar. Michael Stephen Formosa. Donna Gatt. Patrizia Pazzi. Daniela Speranza. Jorge Spiteri. Simon John Schwirep. Sarah Lee Zammit. Issa nitlob lil gradwati l-ġodda jqumu bil-wifqa biex flimkien ngħidu l-affermazzjoni. Jiena nilqa l-unuri u l-privileġġi mogħtija lili llum. Jiena nwiet li nħaddimhom b'responsabbiltà għas-servizz tas-soċjetà u li nagħmel hekk skont il-liġi u l-Kostituzzjoni ta' Malta. U fil-waqt li jien membru tal-Korp Akademiku tal-Università ta' Malta, nagħti kelma sħiħa li nimxi dejjem skont il-liġijiet u r-regolamenti tagħha. Fisem l-Università nifraħ il-gradwati ġodda u l-familji tagħkom f'din l-okkażjoni. Proset. Inqumu bil-wifqa għall-innu Malti. Nitolbukom tibqgħu bil-wifqa sakemm joħorġu l-kanċillier, il-proretturi u l-korp akademiku.